On September 30th, the Pennsylvania Department of Environmental Protection held a public hearing on the proposal from Elcon Recycling Services to build a hazardous wastewater treatment facility in Falls Township, Bucks County. The site would be about a half mile from the Delaware River. Pennsylvania environmental officials held the hearing to determine the impact on wetlands and if the facility is at risk from floodwaters.
The Delaware Riverkeeper Network urges Pennsylvania DEP to deny this Phase 1 siting permit because it does not meet the criteria under water supply, flood area, and water wetland sections of that criterion. In our printed written comment, it goes into great detail as to why the Elcon has done a much more thorough job in this submission, indicating where their facility is not in the 100-year floodplain, and that the anecdotal information and some of the data they present also indicates that it was outside of the flood of the 1955, which is the flood of record. But in my comment, we make a strong argument that the 100-year floodplain and the flood of record are really irrelevant at this point because of the changing of the global climate change, and stormwater sea level rise is changing the playing field, and that since we're putting a hazardous chemical facility next to the Delaware River that has the potential impact of drinking water for millions of people.
They're proposing 17 to 25 daily truckloads of hazardous waste into Bucks County to be baked and boiled. Elcon claims there is no flare, but this facility is baking hazardous waste with toxic chemicals in a thermal oxidizer built to reach 2,192 degrees Fahrenheit. Elcon proposes to discharge over 2 tons of hazardous sludge per day and 5,000 tons of hazardous salts per year. They have not disclosed where its waste will be disposed of. This is an unproven technology. Elcon has a recycling facility in Haifa, Israel, and in April of 2013, they were found to have exceeded limits of various pollutant levels in their discharged water.
Just the fact that the area where the plant will go is already a brownfield means to me, as a land use planner, we're supposed to be cleaning up the brownfields, not making them more intensively toxic and hazardous.
Frankly, this application should be about 2 things, and 2 things primarily. There should be about the quality of life for the people who live in Pennsylvania and the quality of life for the residents who live in New Jersey. In addition, it should be about the environment. If it cannot pass those 2 tests, those 2 critical tests, then the siting criteria is inadequate. I believe already the siting criteria and the procedure that the PADEP is using does not thoroughly vet an application of this magnitude. It does not deal with population, does not deal with location of population. It doesn't get into the details of what may happen to the drinking water in the Delaware.
And our group is opposed to this plant being put so close to our river and the wetlands. We have numerous safety concerns to the people in the area, the river, as well as the ecosystem, and we agree with the extension of the comment period. Elcon states 17 trucks a day, up to 200,000 tons of waste treated per year. Yet on their site plan, a little under half of the facility is stated for future expansion. Does this mean that once they are given the okay, they will try to expand the number of trucks and increase the kind of hazardous waste that will be treated at this plant?
In fact, the Israel Ministry of Environmental Protection, and this is from August 14th, 2015, they are introducing a proposal for an action plan to reduce air pollution and environmental risks in Haifa Bay. The main goal of the 5-year plan is to significantly improve the quality of life of Haifa Bay residents and to protect their health. Now, as part of that plan from the Israel Ministry of Environmental Protection, the only company that is cited in their plan is Elcon Recycling Center, and they are expected to move out of Haifa Bay. So the Israel Ministry of Environmental Protection has asked them to leave the area.
Hazardous waste site, hazardous waste site. That's what we're talking about, bringing in the middle of our community where we have young children growing up, a few miles, elementary schools. We have a lot of people living here, And I'm not denigrating Elcon. I think they're really trying to create a system that is as safe as possible. But when you're talking about hazardous waste, bringing it in, trucking it out, bringing it in, the system inherently has tolerances built into it that are risky, that could cause problems, no matter how their best intentions and their best engineers and their best, look at the study about the Pinto, There's a way to build things and try to make them as safe as possible, but by the inherent principles and fundamentals of the assumptions in the industry, there will always be risk.